Hello, everybody. This is your host for Tiffany's Community Spotlight at Home and Cooking with Tiffany DuBois-Morales. Okay, so um, we are post the St. Patrick's Day hump, slump, etc., etc. But for tonight's dinner, we are going to my very first love, lamb. So we have here a lovely boneless leg of lamb, and I'm going to be creating kind of my version of Asian, Mediterranean, and Middle Eastern spice rub for it, along with adding in our red onion, carrots, mushrooms, string beans, and having it all set for you for your enjoyment. So sit back, relax, and we'll be back. Okay, everybody, we are back. Now, the first thing that we are going to do is season our lamb. For those of you joining us for the first time on Cooking with Tiffany, I am Greek on my mother's side of the family, and it is always important to represent where you are coming from. Lamb is something that I grew up eating. It is something that I take very seriously. So, few notes. Lamb is gamey. We like the gamey. Gamey is good. If you don't like the gamey, then that's where a variety of spices can kind of come in and change how everything tastes. So, before I forget, thank you to Rob Passio and the rest of the gentlemen at Gianta's Prime Shop inside of Reading Terminal Market for always having the best quality lamb available for purchase, as well as our lovely purveyors at the Head Nut, also at Reading Terminal Market, and for my friends over at Iovine Brothers, also at Reading Terminal Market, for all of our lovely produce. So we're going to get back to seasoning everything, which in this case we started with black peppercorn, and this is Ethiopian bear. It is a delicious spice, and it is just full of sweetness, earthiness, and is fantastic. We're gonna add in some of my za'atar spice because I love za'atar. Every family has a different way of infusing everything, and to go on the Asian route, they love using ground ginger. We're going to add a little bit of cumin, and then close with white and black sesame seeds. Rub, and then we're just going to go ahead and get this searing in our Dutch oven. But that is going to cover at least the dried spices that we have right now. So we'll be back. All right, everybody, we are back. So we have gone ahead and seasoned our leg of lamb, and now we are just going to get our Dutch oven nice and ready to sear and then start cooking the lamb. Now, if any of you watched the cooking demonstration that I did with Chef Chetna Makwan, or I am the Curry Blossom chef, a couple of weeks ago, you will have learned that we poured in the oil and then seasoned it with our selection of spices and garlic and ginger paste before we had actually started making the methi chicken that we made for the dish. So I'm basically stealing that for tonight's dinner because, man, that chicken came out great. So we are just going to ensure that our pan is properly coated. And then we're going to allow our spices to kind of go ahead and bloom. So we're gonna add in everything that we seasoned our lamb with. And then we're going to add in several healthy dollops of our ground ginger. In this case, 4 there, and just 2 of the garlic. And then you kind of just get started on getting this started before we go ahead and add in our leg of lamb. So we're going to sear this real quick on its side for the next 4 minutes, and we'll be back. All right, everybody, we are back. So I went ahead and seared our leg of lamb, and then I just finished cutting it in half so that it has a little more time to cook. I added a little bit of water to ensure that everything still retains good texture and everything else. And right now we are just going to go ahead and add in our chopped red onions, followed by our thinly sliced carrots, our mushrooms, and do one more round of seasoning to make sure everything gets coated. So the very last thing we're going to add is just a little more water. There we go. And then we're going to add in our chopped Italian parsley. But this will be completely finished in basically the next half an hour or so, and then, dinner will be served. So we'll be back. So it has been a solid 30 minutes since we have set this to a very nice low and slow, medium to low heat. But our curry dinner is basically all nice and finished. So we're going to plate, and then we're going to very quickly saute our string beans, and then, dinner will be served. So we'll be back. All right, everybody, we are back. So we have gone ahead and plated our lamb, and now we are just going to very quickly saute our string beans in my garlic, ginger, and dry spice rub. But we are pretty much just ready to go. All right, everybody, we are back. Check it out. We have our beautifully roasted leg of lamb with Middle Eastern, Mediterranean, and Asian spices, along with our sauteed string beans, and all nicely plated for your viewing pleasure. So, thank you so much to Iovine Brothers, Gianta's Prime Shop, and of course the Head Nut at Reading Terminal Market for all of my various selections. And hope to see you guys again, on another episode of Cooking with Tiffany. So, bye.